Never before in my life ever thought or wanted to write a book. Who wanted or would be interested in what I had to say? But even when in the ICU, guidance was given to me to get a dictaphone. I then, believing it was more to say goodbye as I left this world. Slowly its true purpose would be revealed, but as I spoke into it, I did not realise what lay ahead. Now I see the true need to document my journey and print it. Maybe I can help others in their struggles with disabilities and not being believed. I had to be me again and not give anyone the power to turn me into someone I wasn't. I now needed to work and turn to my heart, soul and spirit to heal myself and take out all the swords that had been stabbed in my back, left there, often twisted by the placer, to give constant pain, fester and become infected. I was to carry these swords with me for the rest of my life, because others had decided to stab them there, without just cause or reason. I now needed to get physically, mentally and spiritually strong in order to remove them. I now had a small insight to my purpose of having to go through this and getting to this point, enduring this dark, difficult, lonely and cruel path. I had to dedicate the rest of my time in this human existence to making things better, showing others that they can overcome the injustice and pain that has been forced onto them. Now being disabled, I would encourage and help others to see their worth and to be proud of who they are. Not to become what circumstance and people have made them think they are. We are all worthy of honesty, love and inner peace. It's what our soul needs to continue to breathe. Although I am a typical loner in daily life, my consciousness of belonging to the invisible community of those who strive for truth, beauty and justice has preserved me from feeling isolated. Albert Einstein. Today is the 29th of November 2020. I am writing this to document how I feel regarding the sentence from the appeal court in Poitiers, France. 26th of November 2020, by regular post, no security or sign for posting, I received a large brown envelope. I knew it was from the court because it had the address on the envelope. I felt it was thick and I guessed it was my plastic file which I had sent by secure sign for post on the 23rd of January 2020. The file was evidence and information, vital information to the truth of the circumstances of the accident. It included information that had never been brought forward, not even by my Allianz insurance solicitor, Raposo, who I had given the information to. He dismissed it. Having this file returned to me, I found a bit odd, for at my appeal on the 7th of October 2020, Judge Isabelle Lacroix, Delphine Rodier and Delphine Portel said they had never seen my file when I stood in front of them and showed it to them. This mysterious loss of my file goes hand in hand with the mysterious loss of my wheel hub and the other car's front bumper. Yes, a real size front bumper lost from a place the cars were supposed to be stored for safety, security and an uncontaminated environment in order to preserve the evidence. How do you get that in your pocket and leave the garage without anyone seeing it? Don't forget that these were the two vital car parts that were the only evidence used to sentence me for double murder. And they vanish? How very convenient. I opened the envelope. Yes, it was my file. They did have it, yet the judges said they had never seen it before. For some reason, this vital information never got to be seen in my case, in which I was being charged for killing 2 people. Is this big, powerful, expensive system so incompetent that they can't manage to get a file to the correct place? Or did they fear the truth being exposed? I will let the listener decide that one. Also in the envelope was the judge's decision, all in French. No translated copy in English. Even the appeal court ignores my human rights. The French document says, I am found guilty of causing the accident and causing the death of 2 people. The sentence was reduced from an 18-month driving ban, cancellation of my driving licence and having to do a driving test again, to a 12-month suspension of my driving licence. Remember, I have been driving since November 2017 when I passed my driving test in an adapted car with one hand and have not had one issue. But now, 3 years later, I was such a risk to society, and don't forget that word aggressive, that I am now banned from driving. Yet, be 85-year-old and you are not even tested to see if you are even capable of driving due to the natural reduction in ability to do so due to the ageing process and the usual prescribed medication that brings. They also gave me a 3-year suspended prison sentence. Wonder why they didn't send me to prison? Was that because I was being framed and they acted unlawfully? Blaming me for the deaths of 2 people when they never bothered to investigate what they died from? Surely an autopsy, vital and the only lawful way to conclude the cause of death. If I am guilty of killing 2 people, as your justice system says I am, then I deserve to go to prison, surely. Send me. I don't fear your man-made prison, and I will not fall prey to the mental and spiritual prison you desperately tried to force me into. I am not mental, not aggressive, and not crazy. I am honest, and you never destroyed my soul. But quoting William Ernest Henley from Invictus, it matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. My feelings, disappointment in the lack of honesty of the whole system. They basically use gossip and very questionable information to come to their conclusion. This questionable, powerful system may be able to stop some of my freedoms, but they can't stop me writing. Judgment or sentence will be given by a much more powerful, honest and real environment, the universe. I write with integrity, truth and love. That's all this world needs to put an end to the corruption, lies, cruelty and greed that we are all forced to be surrounded by. The power of the universe has our backs, and our new decade will see the mighty fall, then allowing the return of balance and love for our souls. I am not angry with those in my case who chose to walk down the path of dishonesty and manipulation for the sake of their egos. Their own private sentence will be served to them at some time by the universe. There is a cleansing happening to our planet which will result in a loving, kind, peaceful, honest and real life for all of us to be part of on this beautiful planet once we let go of fear and replace it with love. I send love to all those involved, and I continue the journey of my soul, stronger and wiser for my challenges. It has also enabled me to continue my journey with love, peace, and my integrity intact.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do? Yeah, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father, you chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister, you chuck it on that one and you chuck it on me. Bad